Dear Jim, I seem to be trapped here in Singapore for the moment. I've tried booking passage to China, Australia, anywhere. The Japanese are moving down the peninsula, but no one knows how close they are. They don't seem to have stopped moving since they bombed Pearl Harbor last month. I'm afraid you were right, darling. It was very foolish to have come here now, very. But if I'm a fool, I certainly have company. The club where I'm staying is full of colonials, British mostly. They're all behaving as if nothing's happened. They seem to have no awareness whatsoever that their world has changed. Forever, I think. Well, try not to worry too much. There's really been oddly little bombing these past few days, and I'm sure I'll have a ticket out soon. All my love, Mom.
Oh, Hazel, come quickly. There's good news. Hazel Hampton, meet Mrs. Halliburton.
Hello.
She came across your father on a train.
You saw my father?
He was selling his aunt's rubber plantation in Penang?
Yes, that's him.
It's a terrible time for selling. Did he get rid of the place?
We don't know. He's not back yet.
We arrived here 12 days ago.
But he was on the train with you.
He was put off the train at Butterworth with several others to make room for wounded soldiers. We assumed he took the next train.
No, he didn't.
The Japs have taken Butterworth, haven't they?
Yes. And I'm afraid no one will get out of there now.
Dear. Oh, Hazel, I'm so sorry.
Are you sending your family, Colonel?
No, we can't go. Be unpatriotic. Terribly bad form. But you're an American. Not at all the same thing, is it?
I have no intention of leaving without my husband, Colonel.
Mother, I've just heard something that bothers me.
Well, it couldn't be bothering you any worse than Claire's hand is bothering me.
I've met some people who saw Daddy on a train 2 weeks ago.
Calm down, Hazel.
I'm afraid he's not coming at all.
Oh, don't be absurd. Of course he's coming. Well, I believe the rest are mine. Another miracle. I've saved us again, Claire.
Mother, please.
Oh, Hazel, please let us finish our game, dear. Colonel, I believe it's your deal.
Mother, Daddy's not coming back. He didn't make it out.
We are not leaving unless there is evacuation. And why did you wear that
If there
dress
would have
today?
been an
I
evacuation, it
specifically
would have
asked you
happened
not
by now.
to.
Mother, read the papers. The Japs have taken the whole peninsula.
I'm sick to death of your histrionics, young lady. I've had enough of this. Do you understand me?
Listen to me, Mother. We're not helping Daddy by staying here. He'd be frantic if he knew we were in danger.
Colonel Wadsworth says that we're safe, and he knows considerably more about this situation than you do.
But there's no point in staying. The people who saw Daddy on the train have been here for 2 weeks now.
You're just in a hurry to get home for your wedding. Your father will find some way of getting back to us.
Mother, face the facts. Daddy can't save us now.
Hazel, you're free to go home alone if you're so concerned. I'm not going without your father. And I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself until he comes.
An hour ago, the Japanese commander demanded the surrender of Singapore. In His Majesty's name, I have conveyed to him that this city will resist to the last man. I have ordered the causeway to the mainland be destroyed to prevent further advance of the Japanese army. With God's help and your courage, we will prevail.
Mother, what will we do?
I don't know.
Mrs. Hampton? My God, I hoped you were gone by now. We're completely cut off. Singapore's an island now.
Colonel Wadsworth said he could get us tickets when it's time to go home.
Colonel Wadsworth and his family left 2 days ago. It may be too late now.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't want you badgering me
Look,
any more
it's
than you
just
already
possible
were.
I can get you on a flight. Pack your bags. We have to leave now.
Jewelry. Hazel, get my jewelry! We were right to wait for your father.
Hazel? Your airplane should be along directly.
Oh, Johnny, however did you get these?
Tell them your husband was killed by the Japanese.
You were wrong to lie about Ronald, Johnny, but
Yes.
thank you.
Well, I must be going before someone takes my car. Goodbye. See you soon, I hope.
Good luck. Is that our plane?
It should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. To prevent massive civilian casualties, General Percival has just unconditionally surrendered Singapore to the forces of the Empire of Japan. You are advised to offer no resistance.
It's in the small bag.
Japanese soldiers, please stay calm and do not panic.
I'll put a scarf around my waist.
Your engagement ring.
Give me your earrings. Excuse me.
He wants us to go out. I think you're right.
Go! Get out! Downstairs!
Look here. Someone will have to help me carry these things.
Calm down now! Please, white woman! Nobody run for you now! That's right, hang on!
Absolute disaster, Dinky. I mean, I could see we were doing it all wrong. Our blokes were loaded down like packed mules under rubber ponchos. Swear to God, them Jap bastards come along on bicycles.
Bicycles?
In their little shorts, cap, gun and a canteen.
An invasion on bicycles? It's a crazy thing, what? Bloody hell!
Get out, Dinky, get out! Jump! Look. Hello there!
What the hell happened to you?
Our ship was bombed. We had to swim ashore. We're lucky to be alive.
Where's all the men?
We sent them to get help.
From who?
The Japanese. They'll have to understand our
The
position.
Japanese? What the bloody hell do you think the Japanese are going to do?
They've got to take care of us. We're non-combatants. We're women and children.
Don't make me laugh. They just blew up a Red Cross track.
What do you suggest we do?
Well, I suggest we get the bloody hell out of here.
Look!
Quick! Get in the water, Dinky! Let's go!
None of us have any idea where we're going. They loaded us onto trucks and then onto boats, which took us to a small island. Then onto trucks again to go, I don't know, wherever they're taking us now. It's exhausting and frightening. No one will tell us anything.
Down.
This place looks civilized. There's a Western woman on the porch.
It's probably Mrs. de Groot, Dutch owners. They must be collaborating.
Oi, 大丈夫か? 早く! よし! この乗れ! 早く! はい! こっち! よし! はい! 怪我してる? タバコをあげましょうか? Name Mickey.
Your bag. Write your name. Write your name. Write the big.
Taking my money.
Where's our money?
It's in my shoe.
Dr. Sutherland!
Are you speaking to me?
Don't you remember me?
I'm not Dr. Sutherland.
No,
You've made a mistake.
We met Dr. Sutherland at Veronica.
I'm not
Neil's
Dr. Sutherland.
speaking
My
your
name
honor.
is...
No, but remember we talked.
Right, my name is Peggy
We talked
Bright.
about our
We
sons.
have never met.
Oh, but you must remember me, Dr. Sutherland.
Could we talk about this some other time, please?
Peggy Bright?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was you.
But I could have sworn that... Oh, I'm exhausted. Forgive me, I'm so sorry.
You saved my life on that one.
Oh, my little leather cakes. Everything. Maybe.
Yes, Mom.
Something for my head.
Yes.
I think I have some tea.
Oh, that's dirty.
Wait. Are there no mosquito nets? We'll be eaten alive. I don't believe this.
Did you bring mosquito nets?
Of course not, Mother.
So they're rounding up Americans, too. Fair enough. I dare say we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
This is disgusting. As if the heat isn't enough. Dear God. Audrey St. John. She's the whore who took my husband.
What?
She took my husband.
I don't believe it. Beryl Stackton. Well, if this lasts more than a week, I shall go stark raving mad.
Let's get these shades up. We can clean the whole place up tomorrow. It won't be so bad.
I don't know about you, but I am not a housemaid.
Well, in case you hadn't noticed, neither are we. But we can leave your space undisturbed until you call the employment agency and get some better help.
I can't breathe. Oh, it's just inhuman.
Are you all right?
Yeah, fine. I was wounded in a damn massacre. They murdered all these women, and I think they killed their husbands as well.
God. Well, we should get you to a doctor.
You're not a nip doctor. I don't know what they'd do if they knew I was there. I mean...
I could restitch it, but too many people would know.
Right, well, I've done a bit of stitching in my time if you need help with your needlework. You know, with your eyes and all.
Yes, well, they did smash my spectacles.
Right. Every time you touch your hair, it's a great deal.
Well, there's no sepsis. Keep it covered from the flies and the eyes of the other women.
The other women?
Well, we don't know how long we may be here, nor what information may prove to be a useful commodity.
Well, you don't think one of the others would tell the Japanese, do you? We're all in this together.
Well, some people are no good keepers of other people's secrets, especially when they're hungry or desperate.
It smells like kerosene. I can't eat this. And you shouldn't either.
I'll have it. Mother, Mother, we have to eat. We have to keep up our strength.
Daddy prefers me with a little less weight.
Delicious, huh?
Peggy, why were you tearing up your passport in the bathroom? Are you really a doctor?
Well, not a medical one, I'm afraid. I'm a writer. My name is Margaret Sutherland.
And why is that a secret?
I was on my way into China. I'm writing Madame Chiang Kai-shek's biography. And her husband, General Chiang Kai-shek, is Japan's most hated enemy.
But many people must know her besides you.
The thing is, I've written several books about the political situation in Asia. All of them very much against the Japanese expansionism. The Japanese took exception to my opinions and to me.
So they'd kill you if they recognize you?
Well, I prefer not to think about it.
Must you do that? Must you do that?
This is war, mate. Anything can happen. I'd like to know what day it is when it does.
Common little colonial.
Oh, God, that's the best hand I've had in weeks. Everybody, put your cards down. We'll play again in the morning.
How are we supposed to get to bed in the dark?
Dear God. We're in a prison camp. What are we going to do?
They're going to come.
What are we going to do?
They're going to come for us. You'll see here.
What are they going to do with us?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not...
Dearest Jim, I'm being held a prisoner of war in the coolie quarters of a Dutch rubber plantation in Sumatra. I don't know when or even if I'll be able to mail this letter, but, well, just writing it makes me feel nearer to you. I realize the Japanese think we should have killed ourselves before being taken. They have nothing but contempt for us. Would their women really have killed themselves? I wonder. I just cannot understand why they're keeping us. They have to feed us, guard us. I mean, is it to demoralize our soldiers or what? I just don't understand any of it, Jim, any of it.
Anybody know what that noise means? Mrs. Engelthorpe?
What is it? What's the matter?
I can't wake her.
Mrs. Engelthorpe? She's dead.
Outside!
This woman's dead. We need a doctor.
Oh, doctor, no woman gets sick.
No, not sick. Dead.
Not dead. No women get dead. Everyone outside.
Someone must take care of this
Outside
right now.
now. Take a call. Go now.
Hazel!
Hey! Hey! Line up! Line up! Straight! Move! Straight! 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 Straight!
People are crazy.
Really are.
Western women! I am Nurse Royama. I am now here teaching you to bow. Firstly, you put carrying things on ground, such as package or handbags. Remove head clothing. Remove head clothing. Put down hand from face. I will show you. Bend forward with feet together and hands at side. Thus, being silent, remain. Thus. Now, Western women, you bow.
Don't bow to these people.
I'm not bound to the bloody nips. Nor am I.
Then you're both fools.
Oh, Western women, will bow.
You've got to do what they say, or they'll do something terrible to us. You must bow.
Well, if it'll make those odious little people feel important.
Bow, Western woman, hands inside.
Bow.
Stop. We all stand and wait for intractable women to change their mind. Isu, omotte kudasai. Before Commandant Natsume will be here. There will be no food tonight if all Western women do not bow to Commandant Natsume. Bow!
For God's sake, bow!
Western women, you will not talk!
God in heaven, bow!
What is it?
May I speak to the proud women?
If you can instruct them.
You've no idea of the seriousness of our situation, or of the difference between their culture and ours. Their culture is ancient and patient. She will see us all drop before she gives in.
If we give in, they'll expect us to go along with anything.
They took my husband. We can't collaborate. Doing the minimum to survive is not collaborating. Look, the children will be the first to go. You've got to live with these women. Do you want to make enemies of them as well?
For the sake of the children, all right?
All Western women, bow! Rise!
For centuries, your husbands and your fathers have raped the land and enslaved the people of Asia. Thanks to the wisdom of the Emperor, Japan has returned Asia to Asians. And as you have made coolies of Asians, now you will live and eat and obey like coolies.
What about the Geneva Convention?
Japan never ratified the Geneva Convention documents governing the treatment of prisoners of war. We have no obligation to observe them. Nor are you prisoners. You are guests of the Emperor. The Nippon Army has been victorious throughout Southeast Asia and the Pacific. All countries and islands are under our wise administration.
How long do you intend to keep us?
This is forever. Anyone caught unguarded outside this camp will be shot. That is all.
Western women, bow! Rise! You are dismissed!
I'm so sorry, Hazel. We should have gone home. I'm sorry. We're never gonna see your father again.
Shh, quiet. Okay.
Where did they take Mrs. Inglethorpe?
Who knows? No dead women's.
They've taken everything.
Some way to treat your guests.
What are you staring at? What are you staring at?
That floral arrangement. Can I take it? I promise I'll watch it and give it back.
So sorry, I don't lend my things. It puts such a strain on relationships, don't you think?
Don't want a strain.
You stupid girl. We could all have been killed thanks to you. We've got quite enough problems without you provoking those disgusting people. It was worth a try.
Hey, Dick.
Here.
Huh? Hazel, I thought that scenery sounded like a flaming yank. What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, too.
Oh, Ritz, I got a curse. Anybody got an extra napkin?
It's nothing private.
Some things can't be shared. If we are going to be here for some time.
The way I heard it, he said forever.
Mommy.
We are going to be rescued, you know.
Of course we are.
They are going to come for us. You'll see.
After 2 months in captivity, only the children have adjusted to the life here. Most of the women are in a terrible state of depression. They seem to feel that to adjust to this place would be I don't know, unpatriotic or something. As if they're somehow surrendering. God bless the children. And God bless Hazel. She keeps me sane.
Hazel, wait, come here. Dinky, what are you doing? You could be shot. Nah, no worries. I'm careful. Look what I found. Royama's knickers.
You risked your life to steal from the guards for fun?
That's not for fun. I'm thwarting the enemy.
But you could get killed.
Oh, God, I should think one of the guards did it, wouldn't you?
What's this?
Oh, what?
Toothbrushes?
Wow.
Dinky.
I didn't do this.
I wish I had. No, mind. Finders keepers.
Where do they come from? I can't believe the natives would have such quantities.
Unless they got relief parcels from the Red Cross. Maybe they're trying to help us.
It seems perfectly obvious to me. These belongs to the Japs. Yes, Denk stole them, and now we're all going to die for the sake of a few toothbrushes.
I know she didn't do it.
How do you know that? She's totally irresponsible.
I was with her. We found them at the edge of the camp.
It's the Japanese. They planted them for us to find so they could catch us.
No, that wouldn't be the Nepalese way.
Hey, what's up?
We're talking about these toothbrushes.
I'll bet you Sheilas think we ought to put them back under the fence, huh?
You stole them, didn't you?
I would never.
Well, personally, I'm grateful for small favors.
Grateful for small favors? What are you saying? Are you insane?
Take it easy. Why is it you always know what we should do?
If you take one, we all have to take one.
Mother!
What if you're wrong?
I'm having one. My old one's rather worn out.
It must be malaria. Okay, Mommy. Come on, Mom.
Mother! Oh, she's very sick. Please. She's sick.
Thank you, Mickey.
There's gotta be some quinine.
She must have quinine.
These women over there also have malaria, Hazel. They both have small children, and I have a very limited supply of very old drugs. You see why I must give them to these young mothers.
What are my mother's chances?
Not very good, my dear, not without medication.
But why do they deserve it more than she does?
Because somebody's got to try to keep their children alive so that we can get through this damn war.
Have I been here all night?
Several nights. Peggy and I are taking turns watching you.
I wish you could find someone else to be with. I see you, you know. I see you sitting at her knee, soaking up all her little wisdoms.
There's not much to do here.
You could have spent more time with me.
But I don't play bridge.
You could have learned. You could have learned while there was still time.
There's still time.
No. Don't let me go.
Don't scare me.
Don't let me go. Hold on. Doctor? Doctor? May I have a word?
Are you sick or injured?
No, not precisely. I'm with child.
This is a bad place for you, then. Wait here. I'll give you what vitamins I have.
You don't understand. I want to get rid of it.
My calling is to save lives, not take them.
You can't tell me you've never done an abortion.
Oh, well, it's absolutely necessary, but I've no way to do it safely here, not without great risk of infection. I'm sorry, but I must refuse.
I'll give you twice as much as they get on the outside.
I won't do it.
Well, I'll do it myself.
There's plenty plenty of ways to die here without inflicting it upon yourself.
You're just too blind to do it, and too bloody vain to admit it.
She's gone.
There's not time for play. There's no... Wait, give me the money. Give me my money back. I'm sorry, I swear I already spent it.
You liar! You give me that money! I gave you 50 pounds! I gave you 50 pounds! It's not my fault that Jeff's not giving you out! Come on! You bloody cheeky!
I think that woman was going to give Audrey an abortion.
Abortion? Dear God. She's pregnant.
That's the one that ordered the massacre at the beach. That's him.
Until now, the Nippon Army has taken care of you. Commencing tomorrow, you shall see to your own cooking and serving. If you wish fruit or vegetables to add to your rice diet, you must grow them yourself. We will provide seeds at a reasonable cost. If necessary, the Nippon Army will enforce order and discipline. However, it will be more pleasant for you to manage this yourselves. This is Officer Saburo Saigo. He will be responsible for discipline and the basic needs of this camp. All questions should be directed to him in the future.
Officer Saigo, may we know where our husbands are?
No need tell. No husband.
Well, if they're somewhere near, could...
No husband. No need tell. No husband.
Vicious little animal. Dinky. Shh. Pass.
Nani?
Whose papers this? Whose papers this?
They're mine, Officer Saigo.
Yes. Milo. Come on. Papers hide. Nippon soldiers find.
Not hidden. Put away. There's a difference.
Yeah. You know right secret code.
Not secret code. It's musical notes.
Yes. No secret. No code. You say sorry. You say never do again.
Sheet music, Officer Saigo! La da da!
You! No right secret code! No right letter! No right book! No right diary! No right! Understand? Understand? Yes. Understand?
Yes.
Good. Hey! Mondai arimasen! All right!
Peggy, whatever it is that you're writing, all that stuff at night, you should stop. It's dangerous.
You're right. I'll destroy it. You know, it's gonna get a lot rougher here. I don't think this group is gonna survive unless somebody organizes it. I think I should do it. I've run a college my whole adult life. I know what has to be done, and I think I should do it.
How can you put yourself out on the line like that and they'll figure out who you are?
No, I don't think so. Don't worry, I can do this with my hands tied behind my back. Really.
Damn it, Peggy, you're crazy.
Come on in! How can you hide it?
God, I can't stand this place.
You'll probably be eating them soon.
What are you doing, cutting more toilet paper?
Oh, it's better than nothing.
Do you know Japanese? It looks like you're reading them.
I look at the photos. There's not a lot else to do here. I came across something that might interest you.
Don't tell anyone, Nancy.
I don't have a lot to say on the subject of toilet paper.
If anybody finds out about her...
What do you want?
We understand. Women must work. Women must be good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for women to have meeting?
Meeting?
To talk about the growing of vegetables. Officer Saigo honor us by coming to the meeting?
Who are you?
Teacher. Good teacher.
So, where did you teach?
At home.
In America?
Yes. At different colleges.
Honorable Nippon soldier have more important thing to do. No time listen to women. You have meeting.
Thank you, Officer Saigo. We will have meeting today.
Peggy, are you all right? Something terrible's happened.
What?
I've got something to show you. But I can't show you here.
Okay, let's just back home. We'll walk back by the laundry.
Peggy, look at this. I found it in their newspaper that we're using for a stack of toilet paper.
Damn. Well, Saigo is not a news buff, I'm sure.
But what if Royama sees it? She reads.
No, I'm absolutely convinced Nurse Royama has no idea who I am. Look, let's forget that. I really need your help because I got permission for the meeting. We can have it later today.
God, how can you be so reckless? You make me so damn angry, Peggy.
Honey, I don't think you're mad at me. I think you're feeling really bad about your mom.
No, it's you. It's you. She was so miserable. Terrified. And I was awful. I was so irritated with her. And I wasn't even with her when she died.
I know. It's so hard. I think the hardest thing for me when my mom died was all the questions I hadn't asked her. Will you help me with this meeting and stuff? I can't do it by myself. I really do need you. Would you please? Okay, come on. Come on, let's do it. I'm very glad to see so many of you, and I'm hoping more of the camp will come, and if not, we'll just have to... Beryl, can you hear me back there?
Yes.
Okay, you all know who I am, but maybe you don't know that I've been a teacher and an administrator at numerous colleges all of my life, and based on that experience, Officer Saigo gave me permission to speak with you today. I think Commandant Natsumi said something yesterday that we all have to pay attention to.
Why should we listen to anything that man has to say?
Yes.
He just stood there while Saigo beat up Jane and Hazel.
I'm referring to his remarks about our taking care of ourselves. Listen, we've been eating disgusting food. I mean, disgusting. Now we have an opportunity to take care of ourselves. I know we can do better than that.
Well, what are we supposed to do while we wait for the vegetables to grow? Starve?
Well, you'd be amazed at how fast things grow in this climate.
I got a funny feeling the natives would swap our jewelry for pigs and chickens.
And we could pool our money for the things that we can't grow.
I know all about this abortion.
Look, it has absolutely nothing to do with you.
You're quite wrong. I know you're carrying my husband's child.
Well, what if I am?
I'm his wife. What belongs to him belongs to me. It's my duty to save his child.
What? You're completely mad.
How dare you?
Please, stop. We don't know how long we're going to be here. We've already seen our circumstances change, and for the worse. Now, we know that there are certain chores that you have to do every day just in order to survive. I mean, we have to take this rice that they give us and separate it from the filth and the vermin, or we're going to have dysentery. There was glass in it yesterday. And then we have these revolting excuses for toilets back here. They're overflowing, and they're backing up, and we haven't got any tools. We're going to have to keep them open by hand.
And what about the children's education? They're all forgetting everything they've learned. There ought to be some more teachers amongst us. We ought to have classes for them.
I suggest each hut elect a representative, and they can meet with the others and deal with rotating these jobs.
Right. Democracy in action.
No, not really. I am going to propose myself as the leader, but it's temporary. And to show the privilege of this position, I'll be the first to volunteer for the toilets, all right?
It's time we got organized.
I really do think it's the committee system that's saving us. Everyone seems to be pitching in. From having common enemies, the Japanese, the climate, the food, we seem to have arrived at a common goal, to work at making our lives better. The Japanese soldiers never speak to us except for Mickey, who goes out of his way to do nice little things for us. They don't really seem to hate us so much. I think they're afraid of Saigo. I don't know. There is something very frightening about him. Something unstable. Of course, we're going crazy, not hearing what's happening in the rest of the world, what our men are doing, where they're fighting, if they're alive. But considering everything, we're quite happy at times. People have come forward with all kinds of unexpected talents. We've organized lectures, games, even concerts.
What's going on? Mickey's got a load of wood. Maybe he's going to build his guests a new hotel.
Well, isn't that the de Groot lady? We saw her when we first arrived.
They seem to be surviving all right.
They must be collaborating, or they'd be thrown in here too.
Hey! Young women work for soldiers. Take good down. You! Take good down.
Miss Bright, children sing. Very happy. Good.
One more thing. Women, you listen. Tomorrow night, you pick 6 young women. Wash and be pretty. Come to gates. Take to hut. Yosh, Kaisan Pesero.
Women! Right! Chutke!
This man is insane.
But he's a madman.
Besides, they're under strict instructions not to sexually molest any of us.
How do you know that?
I've worked all over the East. I just know.
We will tell them that it's unacceptable.
Delicately. If they lose face over this, then I'm afraid that man will have us all killed.
All right. We'll convey our refusal with dignity.
Pagayaro! Young women's missing! Where young women's?
They are in school hut.
No school! Tenko! All young women's Tenko! All young women's here!
We are keeping them in school hut.
All women's you get, you bring here, now!
No.
Go! You keep young women in school hut, yes? 皆さんの皆さん、行きましょう。Little women's come out, or no food for all women. No food till little women come out. 行かないで。入れ。
they were good mothers, they would have got their children to safety long before the
What would
nets
you
were
know
done.
about being a good mother? You've been trying to kill your baby for months.
Why on earth should I want to bring a child here? Look, Beryl, look! Why? Give me one good reason why.
It's Dennis's child.
Are you all right? I'm not going to stay in here while you're out there getting beaten up.
You have to. I mean, somebody's got to keep the children calm while someone else is standing guard. We've just got to keep them guarded all the time. We'll have to do some rotating duty of I don't know how many of us, but as many as possible. Say at 3-hour intervals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone want to go first?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then let's do it. Go.
Mrs. DeGroot.
Neat.
Good on ya. Hungry?
Of course. Where did this come from?
Under the fence. There you go. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse and chase a jockey. Better pass it out before I eat the whole thing.
Nancy! Nancy! Come here! What were they saying?
What do you mean?
Come on, Nancy. You know what I mean. You understand Japanese, don't you?
I speak better Napongo than half of them.
Why didn't you tell us?
I've tried to let you know everything that was important. I thought if the women knew, then so would they before long, and then I couldn't help anybody.
Well, I won't tell anyone. What have you heard?
God. Saigo wants to have us all killed. The only thing stopping him is that Natsumi's still around.
Where?
Up at the plantation house. But he's in charge of several other camps. He's not always here.
Well, does Natsumi know about the brothel?
He may not know. He hates Saigo. Thinks he's a madman. But he can't get rid of him by sending him down the ranks because guarding female prisoners is the lowest.
So does that mean he'd help us?
I don't know, Hazel. He did live in America, though. Sacramento.
What are you doing here?
I'm bringing a message, sir.
What is it? Bring it here. Are you going back to the camp?
Yes, Commandant, sir.
You know your way.
Yes, sir.
Well, hurry then.
Tengo! Tengo! Tengo!
Be brave, Audrey. It's
I
not
agree,
for
Gish.
much longer. The pain will go away soon. Nicky, help me. Get her to the hospital.
Baby coming.
You're right. Oh, no. Audrey, be brave. You're going to be all right. Oh, we're going to have this baby. You're going to have a lovely, lovely baby. Get.
The rules and principles of guarding this camp have been well thought out and will continue to be implemented. However, because I've recently seen evidence that one among you is honorable, I have decided to overrule the previous orders given to you. Food will be brought to you this morning, and no harm will come to any of you. Dismissed.
Yusuke! Kaizen!
I wonder what's written there.
Ladies, look! It's the baby. Ladies, I want you to meet Jonathan Stanton.
7 pounds 3 ounces, Mama
guess.
Peggy, did they find the book or whatever it is you're writing?
These are letters to my son. I want him to know what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I can't stand to lose you.
Well, I thought I was going to lose you when you took the note to Natsumi.
That was different. There was no other choice, Peggy.
Today, we will have a lesson. We will make example. How not to break rules.
What's going on? What are they doing here? They must have caught her. She was leaving the packages.
Sayero!
No!
Come on!
No!
Sayero!
No! Mommy!
Come on! Hey! Uday!
I think we've got enough of these. Have you tied that in?
Mahjong tournament in Hut 3.
Why bother? Dr. Miller she'll win. She always does.
What's wrong today?
Just gone mad. You know, intellectually, I know that Jane Kowalski has a perfectly lovely voice. But I could really rip it right out of her throat with my own hands today.
I woke up once hating the color of Beryl Stackton's hair. I seriously wondered if I would be justified in tearing it out so I wouldn't have to look at it again. It's just this place, Peggy.
Are you aware that it's exactly 2 years today since the war started? I wonder what big lesson we're supposed to be learning from this.
I think I've learned that I can get along without my parents telling me what to do. Or Frank.
What do you think? When you marry Frank, you're going to be a better wife for it or something?
I'll be stronger. I'm just not certain he'll like me as much.
Listen, if he's any kind of man at all, he'll like you.
Would your husband have minded if you changed?
Harry? No, listen, the bossier the better. I always had a big mouth. Harry even loved Eleanor Roosevelt, and she's more outspoken than I am. I'm really glad that he didn't live to see this happen to me. I think about him a lot lately.
What about your son? What's he like? You don't talk about him much.
I suppose he's in the service.
Well, maybe if you talked about him, you'd worry less.
Well, he's a historian. He's really quite brilliant. He's very kind.
Do you know what Dinky did? We were working in the garden, and Spike sent her to fetch some drinking water for them. And she came back to talk to me and sat down, and all of a sudden I hear this little tinkling sound. And I suddenly realized that she was squatting down right on their water can. She says she does that all the time.
Dinky pees in their drinking water?
Yes, can you believe that?
Come on.
Come.
We've got a surprise for you.
Simon got us a toy from Western man for children.
Where did you get him?
Under a wire.
Look, Nancy! Nancy toys! Nancy!
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mickey.
Righto. We've got Tiny Tim. Want to sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing, huh? Right? You listening? Okay.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Careful, Elise.
Are you sure this is the way? Come on. Careful.
to her?
She ran off like a rabbit. She was terrified. They were shooting at us.
We're dying for lack of quinine.
But to risk the life of a child.
Everyone's risking their lives.
Well, look, what we do have to do is find some sort of reason or excuse to tell the guards when they find her.
Yes, and what we tell them is that we knew nothing about it. We had absolutely nothing to do with it.
We can't tell them that.
Nothing to do with it.
I'm going to go back, child. No, it's my fault. I'll go back.
No,
don't shoot him.
Pinky, come on. Now let's all just calm down. We can think of something. Maybe she's hiding.
Where?
Well, that's possible. And she does live here. I mean, she knows the area.
Maybe we could tell the guards she just wanted to go home.
They might understand that. I mean, we all want to go home. Her house is right over there. Why wouldn't you want to go home?
I need it all.
その子は何もわかりません。日本軍に問題を犯していることも、どうぞその子に代わって話させてください。
よし、入れ。
はい。
Boxes. He wouldn't listen to me, just said she was a wicked child for stealing from the Nippon army.
Where are they taking?
To another camp, they said, I don't know. So you've done your best. My best was worth exactly nothing. No, I've given away the most valuable thing I had to help everyone with. It's just a waste.
Well, Jim, suddenly in our third year, they're moving us out. I hate to leave Beryl and Audrey behind, but maybe it will be better for them and the baby. We have no idea where we're going. They drive us like cattle. Many of the women have died on this march. We dig shallower and shallower graves as our strength gets less. We've heard some bombing on the way, but always at a distance. Saigo, by the way, rides in a jeep, inspecting our progress daily. Dr. Millichope thinks his madness is due to syphilis. I think he's a man who lives to hate. I feel 1,000 years old. How I wish I could see you again, Jim. Is this dirty, frightened, sick old woman really me?
Here we go. Hang on, mate. No worries.
Steady now.
The women in this camp look so demoralized. You have a lot of work to do here, Peggy.
Sorry, honey. Just ran out of gas.
What if Dr. Millichop and Dinky refused to help the sick because they were tired?
Why don't you do it? You're such a hot shot.
Peggy, you know, I've seen people in India, in parts of Africa, who spend their entire lives like this, in pain and misery. You've come this far. You can't give up now. I believe God does have a purpose for us in all of this.
I'd like to know what the hell it is.
The imperialist British dogs have crept home with their tails between their legs. The western coast of America is being bombed daily. The ports of San Diego, Los Angeles, and Denver have been destroyed.
Los Angeles no, Wakataka.
Wakarinashita.
We have lived on the bounty of the Nippon Army long enough. We must now set up a rope factory to work in shifts 6 days a week. If we work, then the camp will be provided with food. If we do not work, then there will be no food. He asks if we have a leader who will organize this system.
Peggy, why don't you do it? Peggy.
We must have a leader, or the guards will decide for us. He's in a hurry, ladies.
I'll be the leader.
Yosh. Yosh.
Officer Saigo is satisfied.
Kaisan sasero. Re! Yotsuke! Kaisan!
Don't you think we should give Saigo a geography lesson, Peggy? I've been to Denver twice, and I'll be damned if there's a port there.
Isn't there? You've got one over them already, Hazel.
Thank you for those of you who volunteered to be representatives of your hut. For those of you who weren't with us at the previous camp, I'd like to talk about some things that'll help us run this camp more efficiently. Things like...
Oh, clink, go your glasses, girls. Clink, clink, clink.
Dinky,
close your
please.
eyes and hold your nose and have another drink. Won't be long before you think you're in a picture show. With Saigo's dead and you're in bed with Clark Gable.
Dinky.
Don't mind me. There you go. Come on, then. Don't be a wowzer. There you go. Bottoms up.
Dinky.
All right, maybe it needs a few more days in the vault.
Can you never stop? What? Maybe Peggy could put up with your mischief, but not me. It's disruptive.
Now that you're running the place, you lost your sense of humor?
I don't find any humor in this. I think I'm serious.
I'm bloody serious, Hazel.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Sometimes a laugh and a joke's the last line of defense. Some of these Sheilas can't even do that, so they're staying alive just to see me get my comeuppance. Think about that.
Apart from the wren, there are many other delightful little birds which are often overlooked in discussions of ornithology. The tit family, for example, including the great tit, the small tit, blue tit, and the coal tit. They are common to Eurasia, Southeast Asia, and North America. Though most are plain in appearance, the most unique tit is, I believe, the old world bearded tit.
Beryl. Oh, my...
Peggy, I can't believe it.
And his sister?
Where are the others?
There are only half of us left now.
Is that Audrey? Things got much worse after you left. Jonathan was very ill. We traded our bits and pieces. Finally, Audrey prostituted herself to the guards for food.
Out again! Out again!
She's very sick. The Japanese treated her like filth.
Audrey, come with us. We have room in our hut.
This is today's Russian. Wemono nagero. Dot. Kenshin.
Psycho is getting crazier and crazier. We have just discovered that he's imprisoned a chicken for pecking its own eggs.
He's calling it stealing from the Emperor.
We're talking about your writing.
Every day, you're putting our lives at risk. And we're all very frightened. You know how he feels about anyone writing.
Yes, you're right. It's very dangerous, and I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'll destroy it. I'll destroy my letters. I promise you. No, I have to say one more thing. I'm sorry. I promise you I won't bring it up again. But, I mean, I just want to be sure. Do you really, really not want people to know what happened here? I mean, our families. And we may not get out of here. Do we just want to fall off the side of the world and nobody know it?
I think that's a very defeatist attitude. We will get out of here.
Of course you're right. Let's not talk about it anymore. I'll do whatever you say, and...
Well, I must say I'm very curious to know what you wrote about me.
I tried to write everything as fairly as I knew how, Audrey.
Did you tell about Elise?
Oh, yes.
We may die because of your writing. Peggy, our lives are all we have left.
Nancy, you must tell them what you've told me.
Even if they lose the war, that doesn't guarantee our safety. The others may commit suicide, but Saigo will undoubtedly try to survive. Possibly kill us all, to keep us quiet.
But if he doesn't find it, the letters may be all that's left of us to survive.
I can't believe that we've been hanging on, just hanging on to end up as little bits of paper. Isn't there any purpose to any of this?
I don't know if this is a purpose. But the rules are totally different here. I mean, we can't rely on anything. Many of us have died for no reason, and I want people to know that. I vote to keep it.
Amen.
Peggy, if you hide it properly.
Yes, I will hide it properly.
これは秘密だ。
いいえ、女たちに言うべきです。
バカ野郎だい！行け！
Something about a bomb being dropped in Japan. Well, it must be more than a bomb. The Emperor himself was on talking.
You read on.
That's unheard of. Oh, what is that? Saigo won't let them tell us. Mickey wanted to, that's why he got hit.
We better stay away from him.
Natsumi's here. Saigo's organising a search to impress him, and they're heading this way.
Yosuke! Everyone, open bag! Bag! Open! Open bag! So, take out.
It's mine. What are you hiding it?
Stop it! You've had it all this time.
Touch it.
Don't
Take your hands off
Stop
me.
it!
Do you hear me? Take it off me.
Go! You let go of me?
Oh.
It was mine.
Hazel. Hazel, can you hear me? Hazel. Hazel. It's Peggy.
Did we save the letters?
Absolutely. Did you hear that?
She needs Simon badly. Oh, dear. Perhaps one of the guards will get her some. Don't make me laugh. Have you got a better idea?
I just saw a native woman with a Red Cross parcel for sale. Audrey's getting much worse.
Those are very beautiful.
They were my mother's.
Oh, yes, I remember them.
I managed to get a chicken as well.
Good on you, mate.
Auntie's making her some soup.
Did you hear that? You've got some soup coming. You must eat. You've been cheated. There's no thiamine. There's no vitamins. Soap. What about salt? She needs salt. No, there's no salt. Why can't we get any salt in this whole bloody rotten stinking place? Hazel, for God's sake, ask the guards for salt. Tell them she's dying.
Oh, bloody tank. Yes.
You let her stand by herself, alone. Now. Away from her. Away, Salt. You want? Yeah. You must
Hazel, they're playing. Hazel, playing.
Audrey.
can clear the minefields around the island and bring you out. Do not antagonize your captors or leave your camp. We'll come for you as soon as we can. God bless you all.
Saigo ignored the orders of the Emperor not to kill us. He's dishonored the army, his country, and the Emperor. The guards have to take orders from Natsumi now. They're not to harm us by order of the Emperor.
Western women, the war is over. One of your friends is hurt.
Peggy, the war's over. We're free. Yes, Jim.
The sternum splintered.
I love you, Peggy.
She's dead.
I want her real name on that list. Dr. Margaret B. Sutherland.
A writer? She was wise to keep her name secret. It would have been honor to the soldier who captured her.
Then you have that honor for yourself.
Miss Hampton, I am a descendant of samurai. I'm very ashamed of men like Saigo.
And why the hell didn't you stop him? How can you let a man like that have control
Saigo
over us?
when he violated the orders of the Emperor. You of all people know that. It was not possible to take your side against him at all times. That would have dishonored him before the enemy.
So you looked the other way. Half of us died. For the crime of being taken prisoner, for the crime of being women.
Samson, do not judge us all by one who has no honor.
You wanted to see the camp leader. Why?
I will meet each woman and make a list of all names, nationalities, and next of kin. This information I will hand over to the Allied forces. Miss Hampton, I'm very sorry about your friend.
Who knows what will happen to these letters, Jim? And yet, in voting to keep them, these women, exhausted, ill, terrorized, these heroic women, my true friends, have restored my faith. I have met the best and the worst of the human condition in everyone that was part of this story. And of all of them, The one who gives me the greatest sense of pride is Hazel.